Hi and welcome everybody. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. Welcome to my YouTube channel and another stamping tutorial. Yay! And some of you may be aware that I often stamp on great big pieces of paper. Well, not great big, but bigger than just a card size. I usually stamp on A4 size pieces of card. And I've heard, apparently, some people are still too scared to have a go. So I've come to help you out today. So if you're watching this on the replay, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that this is going to get you to get your stamps out and get stamping, do some fun. Because apparently some of you still haven't had a go doing this. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to hold your hand and guide you through the process. And if you are used to doing it, if you have done this process before, please don't go away. This is just perhaps a new way of looking at things. I had a thought this afternoon as I was travelling in the car with my husband and listening to a piece of music. And it's a thought that I have had before, and I need to vocalize it. I need to explore it. And I thought I would try an attempt to try to vocalize this thought tonight. And kind of make a comment on creativity and art and how they are interconnected and all that kind of stuff, and how one can inspire the other. And if you're feeling that your mojo's gone, how actually enjoying another art form can actually help you in the art form that you usually use. So it could be that you're here watching me and you have never done stamping before. You've never thought of stamping. You might be a fabric artist. You might be more into painting. You might be a florist. You might have never tried stamping before. And so you've come here to get some inspiration. So I hope that there will be crossovers, but also we're going to just discuss creation and all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to get my video up. So this is a live video. So that means I try to go live every weekday. I don't always fulfill that, but I try to. And so there's a little bit of a community of people here on my channel who regularly meet up with me. Bless their hearts. You're so good to me. You stick with me. So good morning, Christine. Not good morning. I meant to say good morning, Vicky, because she's on Australia. Hi, Christine, Cindy, Valerie, Vicky, Nessa, Martina, Christine, Margaret, Cheryl, Helen, Jeanette, Nessa. Hello, Jen. Lovely. Look, Valerie, lovely to see you all. Okay, so I was thinking about music. And how, if when you listen to a piece of music, you have different elements to a piece of music. You have a beat, you have lyrics, you have little twiddly bits, you have instrumental, you have all different sort of aspects to a piece of music. Yeah, there's rhythm, and then there's high notes, low notes, all that kind of thing. So I was thinking about how that actually happens when we do stamping, and how we can use music to kind of inspire us a little bit. So the obvious connection is, sometimes you get those beautiful long violin notes. And I thought of this stamp from Woven Heirlooms. This is what I would call a lovely long violin note, and how we can perhaps use that in our stamping. So I'm going to start there. Who's off? Sheila. Oh, you can't stay. You're doing an Armour of God Bible study in 5 minutes. Wonderful, Sheila. Good stuff. Right, so I haven't chosen any colours. So that colours can also be inspired by pieces of music. If you're listening to something, I don't know, classical and floral or whatever, then, you might go for pastel notes with, a few neutrals in there. If you're listening to some jazz, you might go for lovely bright colours. So we'll go classical for now. So perhaps something from the pastels range. I'm just kind of grabbing some stuff out. I'm not really going to think about it too hard. Let's get some grey granite in here. So I've got mint macaron, petal pink, grey granite, and what about a bit of I did have seaside spray out earlier. A little bit of seaside spray. Should we go for those? Kia ora, Angharad. Lovely to see you. There we go. Right, so now the other thing I wanted to give you a tip on was if you haven't had a go doing the one sheet wonders, cut your piece of cardstock in half. Now I know Esther sometimes does this, but she cuts it the other way. But I thought, what about us cutting it lengthways? Because then it's more reminiscent of a piece of music, isn't it? You know, you've got your staves. No, not your staves. Your, what are they called? The line. I should know this. The lines going across. Anyway, it's just inspiration. It's not that I'm going to be directly using music, but I just thought it would be nice, some nice inspiration. So let's go. Oh, it is the staff, the staves and the blah-de-blahs. Yes, thank you. All you musical people, you can help me out on this. So this is like the violins. Okay, so you've got the violins are going to start, you see. We might just have the violins, you know, doing one note down here. Hi, Monica. And then you might have, oh, now we might have a quieter note starting over on the side there. And we're just going to ink it up a bit. You might have a higher note there. That might have a quieter note there. Hi, Ellie. Christine, I was just chatting to my mother, and she was telling me that there's an airport near her in Kent. And I thought, ooh, if I ever need to get my parents up here really quickly, I could charter a plane from Kent to Welshpool. Hi, April. Hi, Linda Yamakoto. Nice to see you. Okay, so those are my violin notes going in. And then we need some rhythm, don't we? We like to have a little bit of some rhythm. So we might have the introduction of a little bit of drums at some point. So, I don't know, let's have the odd little drum beat. Now drum beats tend to be very rhythmic, don't they? So perhaps we can, you know, just go rhythmic with this and just be repetitive, you know. So there we go, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay. So I'm imagining those computer programs that I've seen my kids use to program music, and I think I remember just about doing something like this when I was younger. My husband may have, I don't know, picked up a computer program or something, and we had a go doing this kind of thing where you kind of pop in notes at certain points. You can probably get apps to do this yourself, where you put notes in various places and you have a bit of fun creating. Oh dear, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, we've got an offbeat going on here now. That's the offbeat. Anyway, never mind about that. It's only a bit of paper. Yeah, it's only a bit of paper. Or I could go down there. I've used Born for emergency flights across the country. Oh, okay, Christine. I cannot stay. I have lots of fungi to clean and dry, having very successful on a mushroom foray. Oh, well done, Martina. Well done. Right, so we've done the beat. And then we sometimes get some lyrics, don't we? So I thought we could add some lyrics in somewhere. Oops, here we go. Oh no, not that one. Wishing you a day of joy. That one, that's the one I wanted. There we go. So we might have some lyrics there. We might have them repeated, you know. You get the chorus repeating the words at some point, don't you? So you have your main singer and then you have your chorus in the background, you know. Your backing singers repeating things. So there we go. I think, no, that's it. That's what I'm going to do for that one. And then you might just have your odd, I don't know, little high notes and low notes and bits and bobs. So I thought I might come in with some little flowers. Ooh, chilies, yum yum. Linda's harvested all her chilies. So might have some other instruments in here. These could be like the trumpets, couldn't they? You know, they could be creating a bit of a rhythm throughout as well. And then, no, I think we'll leave that one. No, we didn't talk about it. I was just thinking about it. No, we were just driving somewhere, and then I was listening to it was a Harry Connick Jr. piece actually, and it just made me think about again how art and music are so intertwined, and how you have rhythms and then high notes and low notes, and then you have sections of quiet, and then you have, you know, other sections. And so I thought it'd be fun just to experiment with that on a piece of stamping and just see what happened. Yeah, no, it wasn't, I didn't end up having a discussion with him about it. It was just, we were listening to the radio, to be honest. We were listening to Radio 2, and the music wasn't exciting me, to be quite honest. And so I put on a playlist, not a playlist, the music thing that I subscribe to. It can sort of tell what music you like, so I chose a sort of, I guess it's sort of slightly jazz, soul-y music, and this Harry Connick Jr. song came on. So there we go. Hi Deborah. I will dance with a different drummer. There we go. Hello, Tashana. Nice to see you. Okay, and then you might just get the odd interesting little instrument around the others. We're talking about how music can inspire us, Tashana, and how you can have thoughts about the connection between music and art. So that's what I'm experimenting with. Now, unfortunately, I've chosen rather light colours here, haven't I? But I'm hoping that you guys can kind of pick up on that. Well, let's get it into focus. There we go. Ah, there we go. Okay, so everything's very pale at the moment. I could do with doing something a bit darker over the top of that. So you do sometimes get motifs in music that are a little bit stronger and louder. So what about some misty moonlight? That might be nice. And we could stamp, got some nice butterflies here. Oh, thanks, Sid. Yes, I was in the mood to do them last night, so I did. I put on 3 layers before I went to bed in the hope that they would last at least a day. It was that quick dry stuff, so. So how do you process them, Martina? Do you just wash them and then cook them immediately, or do you freeze them, or how do you do that? Oh dear. Okay, I'll have to go with that. See, sometimes mistakes are happy mistakes. So I want these butterflies to be coloured in, so I'm taking out these are the colouring in elements. I'm just going to pop those on a block. So these are just clear acrylic blocks, and they're great for getting your stamps to stick to. I have a really good book about life with a child with additional educational needs entitled Dancing to a Different Drum Beat. Oh, that sounds lovely. Clean, then cut in stripes and dry them in... Oh, you've got a food dryer. Fantastic. Well, that will take a few hours drying, but I suppose you can go to bed while they're drying your food dryer. Oh, it looks better with the blue filled in a bit. There we go. Hi, Shirley. Nice to see you. You could colour these in if you've got the blends. If you wanted to make the colours blend a bit more, you could just use those. But this is nice and quick and easy to get them coloured in. There you go. Now, if you saw me use that stamp and you thought, hold on a second, I'm sure there's a smaller stamp attached to that. Yes, there is. I just trimmed it off. So I can use them back together if I want to, or I can use them separately. So I find it, for me, a little bit more versatile to use them separately, so I do that. I can still blend if I want to. Thank you, Linda. I could do. There we go. Right. I think I'm happy with that. You know, I am going to cheat. I've still got soft Seaside spray next to me here because I used it last night, so I will colour these in just to show you that you can just use the Stampin' Blends to do a quick bit of colouring in. And that can work too, because the inks that we're using are water-based, but the alcohol markers are alcohol-based, and so they don't interact with each other. So you couldn't use an alcohol-based ink with alcohol-based markers, because they would start to want to play and dance with each other, and we can't have that. It would make a bit of a... I've been doing the Inner Sheet Wonders. Do you mean One Sheet Wonders? Hi, Jennifer Miller. Oh, I know, California's up in flames right now. Yes, awful, awful. Really feeling it for you. Well, we don't feel it, sorry. We are sympathetic to your situation, but we don't know what it's like. Must be very, very scary. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to take the metaphor of music. Sometimes you get like a big noise and then you'll have a little noise inside it. But that can happen as well with flowers. You can have big flowers with little flowers tiny inside. So I'm going to do that to these daisies. Oh, that's quite dark. Let's do Stampin' Off. Oh yes, that's a bit better. I think I might just do Stampin' Off. Do one there. And, oh, there's another one. Not one there, right? Let's just stamp off. Pop one there. Stamp off. Pop one there. And of course we can also cluster a few together. Cluster a few together there. Do some up there. There we go. And I suppose, like music, you want to be drawn through the whole piece. Okay? want to be pulled through it. So although there's moments of quiet, and then there's like big loud moments, there's also quiet moments where there's little tinklings, and then you've got these lovely long notes going through. Okay, so for those of you who've just joined, I'm trying to use the metaphor of music. I'm kind of looking at thinking about how music works and trying to maybe be a bit inspired to do a half sheet wonder today. So I'm hoping this will inspire some of you who are a little bit scared off the idea to have a go. So there we go. So that's one. Now this could be quite obviously cut into two. You could use this to make two cards, but you could, if we put more in it, you could have cut it into more, but I think this is mainly designed for two. So there we go. Right, no detention for being late. No, Janine, it's fine. Right, so we can use the same stamps again, but maybe use them in a slightly different way. So this time I want to use this great big long one, but perhaps use it as if it is like a beat going through. How about that? And then we'll see where that takes us. Okay, so to make it easier for me to stamp, I'm just going to turn it this way. Okay, so to get the gap fairly equal, I'm lining up the base of my block with the bottom of the stamp there. Sorry, the top of where I've stamped, not the bottom. The bottom of the block with the top of the stamp. If you're watching this on the replay, you might want to fast forward about a minute. And then what I'll do is I'll tell a joke for all the people that didn't fast forward as a bit of a treat. Actually, I have no jokes. I don't even know why I said that. It's you guys on the chat that usually tell the jokes. Oh, see you, Martina. Happy mushroom washing. Oh my goodness, the fires are bad in Oregon as well. Oh no. I didn't realise they were up there as well. Right, so there we go. Those are my nice big thumping drum beats. And then we could have some pale little fluttery butterflies going through the background. Hi, Reet. So this time I'm almost creating a background with the butterflies. So they're not the strong motif like they were in the last one. These are being used like a background. Oh, thank you, Reet. So I'm even overlapping sometimes on the pre-stamped stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's just a background that we're creating there. And then, oh, shall we have a nice floral motif going through the middle of it? I'm thinking something contrasting, maybe with some roses. What do you think? What about some Merry Mallow or Cherry Cobbler? I think Cherry Cobbler would be nice to go for this. So you might have clusters of sounds together. So because this is quite a dark colour, it can be stamped off a few times. There we go. Oh, then let's bring in some Misty Moonlight and try and connect some of these up. This is kind of reminding me of wallpaper. There we go. Something a little pretty. What about these little charms in there as well? There we go. Oh, sorry, was that what stamp is the leaf from? Framed for You, yes. Thank you for answering. Who was that? Well done. Reet. So it's this one here, Framed for You, and it's got a frame, it's got 2 leaves, it's got this lovely... Oh, this would be good for this. This reminds me of... I don't know, that reminds me of music. Somehow. Ooh, just threw a stamp at myself. Adding that to her list. Just remembered, I did pull out this. Forgot about this. Again, this could be seen as slight echoes of what's happening at the main motif. Yes, so it's cut in half. So it's whatever size cardstock you're normally used to using, just cut it in half lengthways. Just to give slightly different canvas shape, and it just can help either break the monotony if you're used to doing the big ones, or it can just help demystify things for you so that you don't feel so scared about going in there. Okay, so I'm just inking this up to the point of the last bud on the stem. And where I've stamped, so I've stamped in dark there and repeated the light here, is not very strong. So I'm just going to go in here and just add some extra florals in that point where it's lighter. And then I can still use the stamped off one and pop it up somewhere where there's a bit of lightness. So where I've got gaps, I'm just going to fill in. I like that. How sweet. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, now we've still got this. So, oh, actually, I'll use that same colour, the grey granite. And so we can go in the opposite way of the beat. Dance to a different beat. Just add some bits of texture in here and there. Oh, I wiggled it. Never mind. So these are great at almost being the speckles, but not being speckles. If that makes sense. And then I don't think it would do any harm to sort of bring this colour and repeat that a little bit into the work. Or we could go for some little butterflies. Let's go for some little butterflies. Thanks, Caroline. What did Linda say? Didn't you see that? Hoping Ruth does another class, another Zoom class. Ah, Janine, yes, I will. I haven't had a chance to look at my diary to see when would be a good time. This week has been a bit busy, just getting back into routine, but not quite getting back into routine because my husband's still been off work on his holiday. So we've been making the most of him being off and doing fun things and stuff like that. So next week I hope to be in a bit more of a better routine to be able to start scheduling things. So okay, I quite like that, although I still want some, I think I need to colour these in. What did Linda say? Yes, that one's already booked, Linda, so I'm not making mention of that one, because that one I have already got a class booked for October, but that is fully booked. But I'm wanting to come up with some more class dates for class 1. And then for those of you who've done class 1, I'm starting to take bookings for class 2. But just to let you know, if you want to do class 2, you need to have shimmer white cardstock. So I'm giving you all enough time to make sure you place it in your next order. Now, the other thing I wanted to say was those of you who are customers of mine and you've got vouchers, you can actually use your vouchers and claim a class if you want to. Because I was thinking about this the other day and I thought, actually, some of you might want a class instead of a voucher for free. Well, yeah, you might want a class as well as free product. So for those of you who don't realise, if you shop with me through my Stampin' Up link, I was trying to think of the right word then. So if you shop through me and you use my host code, then I will send you a voucher the following month as a thank you. And that voucher can either be spent on, you can reclaim or you can claim product directly from me. It's not an offer that Stampin' Up do, it's my private offer, my private reward system. So please don't go to Stampin' Up and say, where's my free product? Because that's not how it works. But I'm thinking of allowing people, well, I will allow people to claim free classes. So the classes are £16 and they're for 2 hours. So, but you do have to bring your own materials to that class because you're doing it at home. You're not coming to meet me, you're doing it from home. And you just need to be able to access Zoom. So it's quite good fun. Right, so I'm missing comments. What's Jennifer says? I do keep trying, but it keeps going in the trash. No, Jennifer. No, don't throw them in the trash. I've got videos of what to do with them if you don't like them. Hi Amanda, welcome. Thank you for coming. Great to have you with me. If it's your first time, do say hi and where you're from, roughly in the world. Don't be too specific. You don't need to give us your address. And yeah, tell us what you're into. What are you into? Stamping, crafting, whatever. Yeah, don't throw them away because, yeah, please don't throw them away. Please don't, because the stamp sheets are in the bin going, no, please don't get rid of us. We can be useful, even if it's to cut little pieces out of and do mosaic tiles or whatever. Honestly, please don't. Keep them. So if you want to see those videos of what to do with a stamped one sheet wonder, you can head to my channel and look at my playlists. So I have got a playlist which is how to use a stamped one sheet wonder. This is what I call these, stamped one sheet wonders. So because I not only do I stamp whole sheets, but I'm showing you what to do with them, how to cut them up and so forth. So with a piece like this, now I do know that a lot of you are scrapbookers out there, and I do get comments from you guys saying, oh, that would make a beautiful border for a scrapbook. Yes, it would. This would look beautiful, as you know, if you imagine you're 12 by 12. This is nearly 12 inches long, so this could make a beautiful border. However, if you're not a scrapbooker and you are a card maker, look, if you just cut up that panel there, that's all you need on a card. You know, that's all you need. You know, with the butterflies in there, that would make a nice panel. So please don't discard your pieces until you've had to cut them up. Which set is the last flower from, please? That little one. It's from Framed for You. This one here. That wee one there. This is one of those hidden gems in the catalogue, in the main catalogue. I did take note of it the first time I saw it, and I did earmark it to purchase. And then the more I looked at it, I thought, actually, it's a really fabulous stamp set. And since I've had it, I've totally fallen in love with it. I really, really, really love it. So, hello, Mother. No, you're not too late. It's okay. Good night, Deborah. God bless. Yeah, good night. Okay, I'll be cutting them up now, even if I don't like them. Lesson learned. Yeah, Jennifer, I'm just trying to encourage you. Please don't take it that I'm berating you in any way. But no, please use them, because they do take on a completely different look. Jennifer, are you in the Artful Stampin' Space group? Because you will get, if you share your pictures on there, you will get lots of encouragement from people to do just that, to cut them up. And what's really lovely to see is a lot of you are now not just sharing your whole sheets of stamping, but you are sharing what you've made out of them afterwards. And that is just super duper. Loving that. Because I know some of you do struggle a bit to figure out what to do with them. So It is a distinctive set, yes, and it's $1 Million Achiever one too. Yes, I can't remember who designed it, but yes, it is. It's beautiful. Okay, so I don't know if you saw me do that. I'm cutting these down to 10 centimeters because 10 centimeters for me is half my A4 minus a bit, and half an A4 minus a bit is the exact size that I need to. I'm just going to grab a piece of cardstock here. Oh, no, I pulled the wrong thing out. Put it back. Look, so this would fit precisely on there, you see. So all I've got to do then is cut that down. Cut that down to there, and that's that bit there. All right. So that's why I cut it down to 10 centimeters. I thought while I'm out and I've got my trimmer out, I may as well make the cut while I'm here. So it's a bit easier. Do I know the not offhand. It's in the book. It's in the catalogue. It does say. Right. Terry Gaines, says Karen. There we go. It says it on the box, does it? Oh. Oh, it does so. Look. Terry Gaines. You're quite right. That's helpful. And very nice too. That's a lovely way to tribute somebody, isn't it? With their achievement. Right, now I do still have out, I have Beautiful Friendship, because I've got the roses out. I have got the whole set out, so I'm wondering whether to use this a little bit in the background. So I did use Seaside Spray just now, so what about us using something, oh, let's use some Pepper Pink. I think I'll do, how long have I been live for? 40 minutes. Okay, let's see what I can do in 20 minutes. You know what, I think I'm going to use the same stamps on both and see what happens. Hi, who's Karen? Yes, hi Karen. Oh, well done, Vanessa, good. It is a good trimmer. I like it. Linda lives in Quackamonga. Have I said that right? Quackamonga. Right, now this one, I'm only going to stamp at interval. So this is like having the beat, this one. And this is like having, I don't know, violins doing their thing. Right, there we go. So I'm going to use the same stamps and same colours, but do different designs. And now I've still got cherry cobbler on this, so I think I might just use it. And I'm going to go for a design that does this. So this is going to be very repetitive, this one. Which you can get in music sometimes. You can get very repetitive pieces of music. And they can be strangely calming, can't they? Repetitive pieces. Cucamonga. There we go. Hi, Dawn. And then you might get some pieces of music where it feels like it's being a bit sporadic. Oh, Amanda's from Norfolk. Hi, Amanda. Sorry, I didn't catch that earlier. I am an artist, but have just turned to stamping and have incorporated them into my artwork. Ooh! Do you have an Instagram page or a Facebook page? Please do share your handle so that people can check you out. Not like that, you know. Go and check out your work. That's what I meant. Okay, so that's the red gone on. I'm just going to give this a quick clean because don't don't want that getting too stained. Okay. Right. You know what? I'm going to be a bit bold. I'm going to use that lovely rose stamp again. See, look, subtle difference. I'm alternating the stamp off. So that one there, that one there. Now this one's going to be a bit more random. Yeah, the flex points can be used as once you've turned them into CSV, Reet, you can spend them on whatever you want. You do have to convert them to CSV first though. Oh, that's exciting, Vanessa. Well done. Right. Yeah, these colours are super fun. Well, they're a little bit more sophisticated. They're very sophisticated colours. Right, cherry cobbler and petal pink I've used so far. So, ooh, a bit of mint macaron. I've not used that for a little while. Let's get that out and do something pretty with that. I've got that gorgeous leaf. Sorry to bring this on again, but it is just so lovely. So what I'm thinking is, can we have some connectedness going on here? Sometimes pieces of music do that, don't they? They kind of like connect, you know, one thing to another, like that. So let's see if that could work. My daughter and I are setting up a Facebook page, so we're shortly, and we'll be showing lots of things then. Look out for Willowwood Art Designs UK. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Right, get some more greens in here. So have you come across Stampin' Up before, Amanda? Have you come across their stamps? Because all the products I'm using tonight are by Stampin' Up. And they are happy for artists to use their products on finished pieces of artwork. They just ask that you abide by their angel policy. So their angel policy basically just says, as long as on your piece of artwork that you sell, it says copyright Stampin' Up somewhere, because all the images that they sell are obviously copyrighted. So, and they are designed by Stampin' Up themselves. They're not, they have in-house designers. So what's really great about their designers is that they work together so well. So often you'll find that stamp sets will work well with other ones, and they kind of tend to design things in suites. So sometimes there'll be two stamp sets that perhaps will work especially well together. Oh, Reet, that's a shame. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad that you asked, or you found out that tonight. If you've got any questions, just message me. Oh, I don't know why I added those in now. Just felt like I needed to put them in there, so never mind. I'll put them in. It's funny that, isn't it? It just kind of becomes instinct to do certain things. Right, stop, Ruth. Okay, I'm happy with, oh, maybe just a little bit more green down here. Okay, ooh, excuse me. Right, I want to use these tiny wee flowers. Oh, I'm sure, Linda, yeah. Designs just go round and round, don't they? At the end of the day. Oh, let's get a slightly different red. Some Merry Mallow for this now. Didn't ink hard enough. That's better. I didn't pat down hard enough on this pad. Not hard, sorry, enough. Sometimes on the ink pads, it's not about pushing hard, it's just about doing it a few times just to make sure you've got a good coverage of ink. And then just holding it. Not pushing really firmly, not pushing too hard, because if you push too hard with the photopolymer stamp, sometimes you can distort the image. And with very fine stamps, that's very easily done, so don't over push. Oh, you've got your first inks, Amanda. Oh, how exciting. It's like Christmas when that first parcel arrives from Stampin' Up. Actually, it's like Christmas every time. Okay, so that's, I know they look very similar, but honestly, Merry Mallow is darker than Cherry Cobbler. It really is. Okay, so I don't know whether to introduce some blue or maybe some pretty peacock into this. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Judy. I think the colour just shows, yeah, that needs cutting though, that one. That's a bit long. So, Ooh, I don't know whether to, I don't know if that's just sort of slightly out of keeping with it, really. Oh, what about Calypso Coral? I want to keep in this colour range. So I don't really want to start adding like blues or anything to this. But I just need something else. So, oh yes, there we go. A little bit of brightness. There we go. I'm trying to make sure that they don't end up looking like each other, really. So I'm only stamping this Calypso coral flower where there are already other flowers. That's my rule. Bye, Vanessa. Have a great day. Enjoy the grandkids. Just feel like it needs more green in there. So what about if I use this for rain? Then I think that'd be it. Oh yes, much happier now. There we go, happy now. Do you know what? I think I just might. I will put some of this in as well because it's so pretty. I'm making sure I'm inking that up well. I'm going to just move that into the centre of my block. Just be aware that sometimes if you have your stamps just over to the side, it's very easy to kind of go over to one side and get a bit of what I call shadowing or haloing from the stamp. And that can be really frustrating. Now that's not really showing up on there, so I'm not going to do that again. I need these to be stamped away from the design for it to show up. So do one there. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, I forgot all about music now. And you know what? That's okay. I started off this video talking about the inspiration that music can be. And you know what? It's still... It you know, it gets you going. And it doesn't matter if now I'm not even thinking about it. Because now I'm in the groove. That's a musical term. But I'm getting into a rhythm. So, yeah, so if you missed my little spiel at the beginning about music and how it should help us to we can be inspired by it or whatever, then please do go back and watch the beginning of the video. But I'm really happy with these. So let's see, where are all my bits and pieces gone? Oh, it was those two, wasn't it? So I did that one to start off with. And that was kind of like my violins. Then I've got little bits of beats going on. Then these are my lyrics. And these are my big noises in there. Little tiny little noises there. And this one we went for a very strong beat throughout. And then big strong motifs and then little beats again throughout. And then these last two I've done them together, but deliberately stamped them in a slightly different way. So this one is very repetitive. And then this one was kind of a bit more all over the place, but worked out just as nice. Actually, I think I prefer it. I think I prefer that one. But there we go. Right. Thank you so much for joining me again, everybody. Let me know which is your favourite. Let me pop that there. That's one. That's 3. That's 4. And if you do shop with me, please go and grab the host code off my website, artfulstampin.co.uk, or it's on my Facebook page as well. If you are going to be spending over £149.99, so basically if you're spending £150 or more, don't use the host code and claim the rewards immediately from Stampin' Up. So you get your little freebies at that point there when you check out. So the way to check out if you have got freebies to claim is that you go to a product, and once you have activated, once you get to £150, when you look at a product, it will say that there's a big pink square saying add for free. So you can do that. Looks like a cardiogram too. Haha, yes. Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of music is based on our heartbeat rhythms. So there we go. It all comes around. Life imitating art, art imitating life. It's all one big connection and circle. So right, so 1 and 2 looks vintage. Yes, they do very much so. But this one slightly does as well, although I think having the outline stamps gives it a modern twist. It's very kind of modern thing to do. If you're wondering where that stamp comes from, it's not in the annual catalogue, okay? So I will tell you the code for it. It's called 4 Season Floral. It's only £13, so it's a really good starter little stamp set. 152801. 152801, and it's got for you, thank you, and happy birthday, which are your starter sentiments, okay? Yes, of course I can name them all. So that was 4 Season Floral, and I used that flower and that one. I used Beautiful Friendship, so I mainly used the rose from that, and the hydrangea in the in the third and fourth. Framed for You, so all those beautiful little flowers and leaves. Butterfly Gala, and then woven heirlooms there. Then colours, I used, for the first 2, we used Seaside Spray, Misty Moonlight, Grey Granite, Mint Macaron, and Petal Pink for the first one. That one there. Then for the second one we used no Petal Pink and Mint Macaron, we used Cherry Cobbler. Those 4. So Cherry Cobbler, Grey Granite, Misty Moonlight and Seaside Spray. Then for these last 2, we didn't use any of the blues this time, but we did use Petal Pink, Mint Macaron, Cherry Cobbler, Grey Granite, Mary Mallow and Calypso Coral. There we go. So that was the colour scheme for those last 2. Alright. I will type this all out in the description. I tend to try and do it straight away after a broadcast so that you guys can refer back to it. So if you ever wonder what the colours were used, if you go to the description, I should have put it in there. And if I haven't, contact me and say, Ruth, get on with it. Because it might have been that I'd just headed straight to bed and then forgotten to do it, or I'd forgotten to do it in the morning. So, but there we go. So thank you once again for your company. It's been great to see you guys, and hopefully I'll see you again. Right, take care for now, guys. Bye.